All right, well, there's more drama from the Lindsay Clancy trial after Vanity Fair reporter Brittany Romano went viral for smiling and winking at court television cameras despite the horrific details of the case. Another plot twist, Romano grew up with Clancy. Following backlash, Vanity Fair revoked Romano's credential, citing, quote, clear conflicts with our editorial standards and processes. This latest drama comes just days before deliberations begin. Joining us now is Daily Wire opinion writer Chloe Trapanotto. Chloe, great to see you. So this is a very serious case. There were 3 children who were murdered, suffocated to death, and yet you have this reporter acting like a clown and getting her credentials revoked in the courtroom.
Yeah, well, first of all, Katie, thank you for having me. It is great to see you. And it's sad that we have to talk about such a disgusting and disturbing topic. So first of all, when I watched this clip, she could be starring in the next Smile 3 sequel. I mean, this woman just looked very creepy right off the bat. But like you mentioned, this is a very disturbing case. Obviously, 3 children were strangled for 4 minutes each. And here she is just smiling in the courtroom. And it's not one of those instances where you're feeling awkward, so you accidentally crack a smile or make a weird joke. She is seriously just grinning ear to ear for over 30 seconds. So I'm very glad that her credentials have been stripped away. But then you have other potential jurors in the room that literally had to leave before trial started today because they were so disturbed by this case. So it's super unsettling to see a woman who is her friend also covering this. Seems like some journalistic bounds were crossed there. I'm glad she's getting removed. And it just goes to show how toxic this online culture surrounding this case has become.
From a journalistic perspective, as a reporter going into a courtroom to allegedly cover this murder case, despite knowing or growing up with the person on trial, the accused, she says that she was smiling because her dad had seen her on TV and said that she looked too sad. Why is she allowing her father to talk about how she should behave inside of a courtroom where we're talking about the murder of children? I mean, from just a professionalism standpoint, this is a basic thing to do.
I think all parents right now should be checking in on their kids and making sure that they're not doing things like that and not posting.
But is she a kid? Like, she's an adult, right? I mean, she is clearly an adult. Why is your dad telling you how to behave inside the courtroom?
Exactly. And I think we just need more eyeballs on what these children who are not growing up to be adults on what they're doing, especially online. I mean, this week, in the aftermath of the Lindsay Clancy trial, we saw Miami illegal immigrant moms pouring hot wax on their children. We saw a North Dakota mother slit the throats of her 3 young babies. We're seeing deranged women throw ice cubes at bathtubs. And we're seeing women post "Same Lindsay," a new trend that's developed with these women joining in solidarity with this woman who murdered her 3 innocent babies. So I think there's a broader problem going on right now in society with women. I posted a video about this the other day. Women, we essentially won. I mean, we have no fault divorce now. The feminists kind of exceeded what they wanted to do. There's no fault divorce. We have the majority of jobs. We have the majority of college degrees. We're making more money than men. And yet we seem to be so unhappy. And I think, Katie, it's because women are unmarried, they're single, and they're extremely unhappy. Abortions are out the wazoo. For every 3.2 live births in America, there's an abortion. So I think there's just a very sick thing happening and kind of undergirding culture right now. And women need to acknowledge it and move past this very, very dark time.
Yeah, what do you make of kind of this narrative about women in general, when there are lots of women who have very different opinions on this case than has been portrayed in most of the media?
Well, I think my opinion on it is that it's just horrific and heinous. And I'm bewildered that there is even a different narrative purveying right now. I just believe that most women should look at this case and say, this is horrific. I hope she gets the help she needs or is either sent away to prison for a very long time. I mean, what's not being debated on trial is whether or not she did it. What's being debated is whether or not she'll get sent to an insane asylum or to prison for the rest of her life. So the fact that there are so many women that are now coming out and saying Patrick did it or she wasn't responsible. I mean, this Brittany Romano, who was filmed in the courtroom, she then went on social media, Katie, and posted tonight that a smile is not a crime, telling a woman to...
we know. We just like you to be professional while covering a murder trial. We know smiling's not a crime.
And nobody told her to slit her throat. That was maybe her mom, or maybe she just did it out of pure evil ways. But no, the person at fault here is Lindsay Clancy. And
as we talked to an attorney last night who said a lot of these videos that these women are posting on TikTok who have children, that could be used against them in custody battles if they are expressing sympathy for Lindsay Clancy. So that's a whole nother thing. Chloe Trapanotto, thank you for joining us. Great to see you. Have a great night.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.